Hi, it's time for bedtime stories from Wood Library. Bernard and I are ready, and I hope you are too. So let's get our very first story for tonight. It's called Oliver Finds His Way. This is written by Phyllis Root and illustrated by Christopher Denise. And it's published by Candlewick Books. Candlewick Press, must be right. Well, while Mama hangs the washout and Papa rakes the leaves, Oliver chases a big yellow leaf. Down the hill, around a clumpy bush, under a twisty tree, and all the way to the edge of the woods. Oliver looks for the leaf. No leaf. Oliver looks for his house. No house. Mama? Papa? Oliver calls, and he begins to run. He runs to a tree. That's not the twisty tree. He runs to a bush. That's not the clumpy bush. All alone at the edge of the woods, Oliver starts to cry. Oliver is lost. Oliver cries and cries and cries, but he is still lost. Oliver rubs his nose and tries to think. He thinks and thinks and thinks. All alone at the edge of the woods, Oliver has an idea. Roar! Roar! Oh my goodness, I think I'm going to need some help to do it louder. Ready? Roar! And from far away, under a tree, around a bush, and up a hill, Oliver hears Mama roaring back. Oliver hears Papa roaring back. Oliver runs and runs under the twisty tree, around the clumpy bush, up the hill, all the way to his very own house, with a pile of leaves and wash on the line. All the way to Mama and Papa with tumble-down hugs. And a big yellow leaf just for Oliver. Aren't you glad he found his way home? And wasn't he smart to think about roaring and making a big loud noise so his mom and papa would hear him? I think that was smart. Well, I've got 5 little monkeys who are jumping on the bed. When one fell off, oh, he bumped his head. Now Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So can you show me 4? 4 little monkeys are jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So then 3 little monkeys are jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So that means 2 little monkeys are jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So Mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So that leaves 1 little monkey who is jumping on the bed. When she fell off, oh, she bumped her head. So her mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So there are no more monkeys, are there? So Oliver was very loud, wasn't he, when he roared? And our next story is about somebody who's very quiet. This is called Quiet Wyatt. It's written by Tammi Sauer and illustrated by Arthur Howard. And this book is published by Clarion Books. I think that's Wyatt. I think he does karate. Wyatt liked being quiet, and being quiet worked for Wyatt. He was a spectacular tree in the school play. Can you see which one is on? That's Wyatt right there. He was the model visitor at the Dinosaur Museum. And he was a total star at the ninja camp. Wyatt's world was perfectly quiet. Until his class went on a field trip, and he was paired up with Noreen. Now, Noreen was anything but quiet. "I'm the queen of nature," said Noreen. "Let's do this field trip, buddy." Wyatt gulped. Quietly, of course. "Fishing is my specialty," said Noreen. "This is how to cast a line." Zing! Oh my goodness, look at it. Wyatt gasped. Quietly, of course. "I was born for boating," said Noreen. "This is how you paddle a canoe." "I don't think so." Wyatt dripped. Quietly, of course. "Wow," said Noreen. "I'm so good at noticing the details, it's scary." What is she not even noticing? All the animals. It was a very busy field trip. There was bird watching. "Oh, binoculars are for beginners, Wyatt," she said. There was hiking. "This is what you call trailblazing, Wyatt." Uh-oh. I don't know if you can read that sign, but it says that what they're in is poison ivy. And there was zip lining. "Don't look down, Wyatt." Somebody got extra quiet. And when it was time to return to the bus, Noreen had lots to say. "Nature's not all I'm good at. There's math and cartwheels and, oops, almost forgot, I have the gift of song." Now, this sign says, "Caution, loose rocks." And this one says, "Warning, loud noise may trigger rock slide." And do you know what this is? This is a rock slide. One thing was clear. For the first time in history, Wyatt could not stay quiet. "Noreen, rocks!" "Why, thanks," said Noreen. "I'm glad you think so." But then, "Uh-oh," said Noreen. Whoosh went Wyatt. Loop-de-loop went Wyatt. Scoop went Wyatt. Everyone was wowed. Wow, 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 wow. Cool. Especially Noreen. "I'm an excellent ninja," said Wyatt. "Good to know, field trip buddy," said Noreen. The bus headed back to school. "Hey, Mr. Driver," said Noreen. "I know a shortcut." Wyatt didn't know what to say, so he stayed quiet. But from time to time, Wyatt wasn't so quiet. "See?" said Wyatt, pointing. Should we see what he's pointing at? said Noreen. Wyatt smiled. Quietly, of course. He still liked quiet. So when you're out in nature, let me finish though. You know what else Wyatt liked? He also liked having a friend. I wonder if Noreen's quiet when she does karate. Well, can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. And can you clap, clap, clap your crazies out? Clap, clap, clap your crazies out. Clap, clap, clap your crazies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out? Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stand up? Because it's time to jump, jump, jump your jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you yawn? Yawn your sleepies out, yawn. Yawn your sleepies out, yawn. Yawn your sleepies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. Well, I want to teach you something tonight if you didn't already know this. Penguins can't fly. Did you know that? This book is by Richard Byrne, and it's about two friends who become true friends. Richard Byrne also does the illustrations, and this is published by Barrons. Once upon a time, there were 2 eggs. 1, 2. Which hatched into 2 little birds. One was called Gull. Well, one was a gull who was called Gregory, and the other was a penguin called Hudson. This is Gregory, this is Hudson. Gregory and Hudson were the best of friends. They did everything together. And as time went on, they started to grow and change. But they still remained the best of friends. One day, Gregory spotted a few young gulls having fun flying over the beach. He flapped his wings and he flew off to join them. "Come on, Hudson," he called. So Hudson flapped and flapped his little wings and flop. "What use is a bird that can't fly?" jeered Gregory's new friends. They weren't very nice. "I can fly," said Hudson grumpily. "I'll show them," he thought. So he practiced flying. He bounced on springs. He bounced on a trampoline. He even tied balloons around his middle. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't fly. Splash. And the gulls, well, they just laughed unkindly. "Maybe I can't fly after all," sniffed Hudson to himself. "I'm useless." "Watch me dive," squealed Gregory. Well, Hudson and the gulls waited for Gregory to return to the surface. They waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited until Hudson, sensing something was wrong, dived into the water and swam down to the seabed. And there was Gregory, all tangled up in a fisherman's discarded net. Hudson brought Gregory to the surface and pulled him safely onto a rock. Gregory couldn't thank Hudson enough, and the other gulls felt ashamed and agreed that even though Hudson couldn't fly, he was a great friend and a brilliant diver, especially when it came to catching supper. He caught a lot, didn't he? Yes. Well, would you like to have fish for supper? Or would you rather have some hot dogs? I've got 5 little hot dogs that are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So 4 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 3 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 2 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So now 1 little hot dog is cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the one went bam. So no little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. When the grease got hot, well, the pan went bam. Our next story, you can tell Bernard did some of the picking because it's got another bear in it. This is called A Bear and His Boy. It's written by Sean Bryan and illustrated by Tom Murphy. And it's published by Arcade Publishing. This is the story of a bear named Mac, who woke up one morning with a boy on his back. "Who are you?" asked Mac to the kid on his back. And the boy just shrugged and replied, "My name is Zach." "Well, here's the deal," said the bear. "We've got no time to slack. Just look at this schedule. It's totally packed. Things to do: eat flapjacks. That's another word for pancakes, in case you didn't know. Collect award, karate lesson, bird watching, return books, work out, clean room, attend horse race, department store, finish jigsaw puzzle, do laundry, ballroom dancing, mow lawn, go kayaking, stop for ice cream, rent a movie, learn French, football game, try frozen yogurt, Pierre's birthday, and brush teeth." That's a full day. First, we're going to the diner to have some flapjacks. Then it's off to City Hall where I'm accepting a plaque. And next we'll head to the gym to do some jumping jacks. And stop at the library to browse through the stacks. We'll find an ice cream truck for an afternoon snack. Then watch the horses race at the track. "Whoa," said the boy, "you've got a real knack for running around like a maniac." "I know," said the bear, "I should be more laid back. But the department store has a big sale on slacks, and I've been meaning to try out my new kayak. Plus, it's homecoming weekend, and we're quarterback." "Hold on," yelled the boy. The bear was taken aback. "Let's stop for a second and smell the lilacs." "How relaxing," said the bear. "I should tell my friend Ned. He's a stressed-out giraffe with a girl on his head." And if you didn't know it already, there's some other books about written by Bryan, about a boy and a girl and things that they have perhaps on their backs. Well, let's see. What haven't we done for a finger play? Should we do the one about the ducks? I've got 5 little ducks who went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but only 4 little ducks came back. 4 little ducks went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but only 3 little ducks came back. 3 little ducks went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but only 2 little ducks came back. 2 little ducks went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but only 1 little duck came back. 1 little duck went swimming one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but none of the 5 little ducks came back. So the sad mother duck went out that day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 and all of the 5 little ducks came back, and Mama was so happy to see them, she gave each one of them a great big kiss. And the ducklings were so happy to see their mama, they kissed her back. So, all right. Well, let me see what we've got for time. I think we're okay. This is called A Gold Star for Zog. Can you see the gold star on him? This is written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Axel Scheffler. And it is published by Arthur A. Levine, a division of Scholastic. Madame Dragon ran a school many moons ago. She taught young dragons all the things that dragons need to know. Zog, the biggest dragon, was the keenest one by far. That's it right there. He tried his hardest every day to win a golden star. All the dragons in the year 1 were learning how to fly. High, said Madame Dragon, way up in the sky. Now that you've been shown, you can practice on your own, and you'll all be expert flyers by the time you're fully grown. So Zog went off to practice flying fast and free. He soared and swooped and looped the loop and then crashed into a tree. Well, just then a little girl came by. Oh, please don't cry, she said. Perhaps you'd like a nice sticky Band-Aid. Yes, a Band-Aid for your head. What a good idea, said Zog. And then he up and off he flew, his Band-Aid gleaming pinkly as he zigzagged through the blue. Well, a year went by, and in year 2, the dragon learned to roar. More, said Madame Dragon. Louder, I implore. Now that you've been shown, you can practice on your own, and you'll all be champion roarers by the time you're fully grown. So Zog went off to practice. He roared with fearsome force. He kept it up for hours, but then his throat grew hoarse. Well, just then the girl came by again. She said, oh, what rotten luck. Perhaps you'd like a nice soothing peppermint. Yes, a peppermint to suck. What a good idea, said Zog, and then up and off he flew, and breathing fumes of peppermint, he zigzagged through the blue. year went by, and in year 3, the dragons learned to blow. No, said Madam Dragon, breathe out fire, not snow. Well, now that you've been shown, you can practice on your own, and you'll all be breathing bonfires by the time you're fully grown. So Zog went off to practice. He blew with all his might. He twirled around in triumph, and uh-oh, his wingtip caught a light. Oh dear. But just then the girl came by again. She said, why, you poor old thing, perhaps you'd like a stretchy bandage, a bandage for your wing. What a good idea, said Zog, and then up and off he flew, his bandage flapping wildly as he zigzagged through the blue. Well, all the year 4 dragons were learning. Can you guess? Yes, said Madam Dragon, how to capture a princess. Now that you've been shown you can practice on your own, you'll need to capture hundreds by the time you're fully grown. Zog went off to practice. He tried and tried and tried, but he simply couldn't manage. I'm no good at this, he cried. I'll never win a golden star. But just then, he saw the girl. Perhaps, she said, you'd like to capture me? I am Princess Pearl. What a good idea, said Zog, and then up and off they flew, the princess gripping tightly as they zigzagged through the blue. Ah, said Madam Dragon, our first princess so far. Congratulations, Zog, my dear. You've won a golden star. Zog was proud and happy, and Pearl felt good as well. She took the dragon's temperatures and nursed them when they fell. A year went by, and in year 5, the dragons learned to fight. Right, said Madam Dragon, here comes a real live knight. Up spoke the knight. My name, he said, is Gadabout the Great. I've come to rescue Princess Pearl. I hope I'm not too late. Zog breathed fire and beat his wings. You can't, she's mine, he roared. Oh no, she's not, yelled Gadabout and waved his trusty sword. The other dragons crowded round and watched them all agog. Who was going to win the fight, Sir Gadabout or Zog? Then Princess Pearl stepped forward, crying, Stop, you silly chumps! The world's already far too full of cuts and burns and bumps. Don't rescue me. I won't go back to being a princess and prancing round the palace in a silly, frilly dress. I want to be a doctor and travel here and there, listening to people's chests and giving them my care. Me too, exclaimed the knight, and took his helmet off his head. I'd rather wear a nice twisty stethoscope, he said. Perhaps, princess, you'll train me up, and Pearl replied, of course. But I don't see how the two of us could fit up on your horse. Then Zog said, Flying doctors? Why, I'd love to join the crew. If you let me be your ambulance, then I can carry you. Bravo, said Madam Dragon, an excellent career. And all the year 5 dragons gave a loud, resounding cheer. Then Madam Dragon told the horse, I really hope you'll stay. I'll let you be my pupil's pet and feed you lots of hay. What a good idea, said Zog, and then up and off they flew, the flying doctors waving as they zigzagged through the blue. I think that worked out quite well for everyone, don't you? And Zog got his star. Well, think it's probably time for some bubble gum. So can you reach in your pocket and pull out your piece of pretend bubble gum? There's mine. You can't see it? Well, that's because it's pretend. But I'm going to unwrap it and pop it in my mouth, chew it all up until it's soft and squishy, and then we'll do something disgusting with it. Ready, set, go. Okay, put your hand out, and when I count to 3, spit your gum into your hand, and only your gum. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's disgusting, but clap your other hand on top of it, and now your hands are stuck together with sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your chin. Now, we could leave it there, but I don't think you want to do that, so let's get it off by saying on stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your back. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your nose. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your knee. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your cheek. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum. Stick it on mom or dad. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum. Time to throw it in the trash. Choo. All right, let's get ready for a flannel board story. And for this one, we're going to start with everything already on the board. Do you know what that is? That is a flying saucer. And in it, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little men. Well, 5 little men in a flying saucer flew around the world one day. They looked left and right, but they didn't like the sight, so one man flew away. Let's see here, let's do this one. Go whoosh. So 4 little men in a flying saucer flew around the world one day. They looked left and right, but they didn't like the sight, so one man flew away. 3 little men in a flying saucer flew round the world one day. They looked left and right, but they didn't like the sight, so one man flew away. Whoosh. 2 little men in a flying saucer flew around the world one day. They looked left and right, but they didn't like the sight, so one man flew away. Whoosh. How many are left? 1 little man in a flying saucer flew round the world one day. He looked up and down and he saw a little town and he decided that he would stay. So, if you happen to see a flying saucer in your backyard, you'll know he came to see you. Well, let's finish up with our Sandra Boynton book, and tonight we're going to have Dinosnores. This is published by Workman. There they are. When the sun has gone down and the blue stars appear, then the dinosaurs know that their bedtime is here. So they all clean their teeth And their sweet faces too. And then they wriggle and stretch, just like dinosaurs do. Their pajamas are cozy. They all put them on. Then they yawn, and they yawn, and they yawn, and they yawn. Now they all settle down in a dinosaur heap. They all close their eyes. They all fall asleep. And soon they are dreaming our dinosaur friends. Honk, shoo, honk, shoo, honk, shoo, honk, shoo. The snoring goes on and on and on through the night. They never stop snoring till the first morning light. I like all the dinos, but I just want to say, thank goodness those Dinosnores live far, far away. Do you know what it says there? Honk, shoo, honk, shoo, honk, shoo. So I hope that you'll get to sleep soon. And don't snore too loudly because Mom or Dad might not like that. Thank you for joining us for some bedtime stories tonight. And we'll be back next week with some more, won't we? We will. We'll see you then.